Hi everyone, my name is Sharmi Sen and I'm a PhD student at the Department of Anthropology here at the University of Michigan. Today I'm going to talk about social strategies in male geladas. As humans, we are highly social and have large social groups. Imagine campus right at the beginning of the fall semester. You will find a lot of people, large crowds gathering, people walking around, students interacting with one another in classrooms and at parties, establishing and forming social relationships. Some of these social relationships can be friendships, and some may be the opposite of friendships. Who we choose to be friendly or not so friendly towards depends a lot on the social context. If we see someone as a competitor, then we are more likely to be hostile towards them. On the other hand, if we perceive someone as an ally or see some benefits emerging from interacting with them, then we are more likely to be friendly towards them. Clearly, how we behave towards others involves some amount of decision making. These decisions that govern our social behaviors are known as social strategies. But we are not the only ones trying to make these decisions all the time. Turns out, animals also have to make these social decisions. One such context under which they have to make these decisions is reproduction. Across the animal kingdom, males compete with each other in order to mate, and male-male competition is extremely common. Sometimes you will find males that have incredibly flashy colors or showy patterns, and all of this just exists to win over the females. You can think of the peacock's brightly colored tail, brilliantly colored insects and other fishes. There are examples all across the animal kingdom. Other times, instead of using all flash and show, males use certain behaviors in order to mate with females. One such type of behavior is aggression, where they will physically fight with one another and sometimes even kill one another in order to reproduce with females. Although this sounds dramatic, these behaviors are quite common in the animal world. I call this the mean guy strategy that males take to mate. Does that mean all males in the animal world are mean guys? Certainly not. We often observe that males will also show peaceful and cooperative behaviors, where instead of constantly fighting, they will spend time forming strong friendships with others. And these friendships can be with males or with females. So this leads biologists to wonder, how do animals know if they should adopt the mean guy strategy or the nice guy strategy? My research aims to answer this question by looking at a particular type of monkey, the geladas. And specifically, I'm looking at geladas because gelada males routinely show both kind of aggressive as well as really social behaviors. So what are geladas? Geladas are a type of monkey, like I said before. They're closely related to baboons, and they're only found in the Ethiopian highlands in Africa. They're also very photogenic, as you can see here, and they have a really unique social system that is very similar to humans. The core of the Gelada society consists of families, just like humans. Each family, unlike human, consists of a dominant leader male with a few adult females and their infants. Several families will come together to form a band, and sometimes several bands will come together to form a community. So this shows that the Gelada social structure is pretty complex and similar to human society. Males, once they mature from their family groups, they will disperse or they will leave their family groups and join these temporary groups that are called bachelor groups. The only way males can mate is by fighting existing dominant leader males, taking over a family group and becoming the new dominant male. Dominant leader males from there on have to decide if they want to pursue the mean guy strategy, where they are only spending their time and energy towards making sure there are no rival males trying to challenge them, or instead, if they would pursue the nice guy strategy and invest in social relationships with these females in their groups. Geladas live at an elevation of 3,500 meters above sea level, and they sleep down below on the cliffs to avoid predators like leopards. Each day, they climb up from below in the mornings to socialize and groom one another and graze on the plateaus above. This is how an average day in Gelada land looks like. Studying Geladas, our daily schedule is dictated by the Geladas daily schedule. We wake up each day to go to the cliff sites where we had seen our study subjects the day before. We wait for them to come up. Once they're up, we check who all are present, kind of like taking attendance. Then we spend the rest of the day collecting different kinds of data that include mostly behavioral data, and also sometimes we collect fecal samples from them. Once back at the camp, we spend time processing these samples and then prepping for next day's fieldwork. And also we spend some time socializing with our fellow researchers and making dinner and eating dinner. As you can see, geladas like us are also always surrounded by other geladas. So males constantly need to examine their social environment and come up with social strategies, depending on how their social environment is changing. My research is trying to look at how do male geladas opt for one strategy over the other. Specifically, I predict that the males that follow the mean guy strategy will spend less time socializing with their females. They will spend more time looking out for bachelor males. And these males will also be more showy. They will be bigger and bulkier, and they will have bigger body sizes. Males that follow the nice guy strategy will spend more time socializing with females and have long-lasting social bonds with them or friendships with them. They will spend less time looking out for competitors, as well as spend less time challenging other rival males. And these males will be smaller in size and less showy. Most of my research methods, as you can imagine, involves stalking monkeys. I spent time in Ethiopia collecting my dissertation data from 2018 to 2020. I collected data on these different kinds of social behaviors that the males show. And I did that by following the males for allotted periods of time and recording their behaviors and interactions on an iPad. This meant that I had to recognize individual monkeys as I would recognize my friends, families, and colleagues. And it's not always straightforward to tell them apart, especially when there are hundreds of them. I also needed to pay close attention to who these males were interacting with. So in a nutshell, I now know a lot of gelada monkeys. I also collected data on male body size by taking photos and measured these photos to assess how big or small these males are. I'm currently analyzing these data and hope to find some interesting results based on their social behaviors. Studies on other kinds of monkeys show that being social and friendly is helpful for animals, not only because it allows them to reproduce, but also it allows them to survive longer. So I am excited to find out whether the same holds for our geladas as well. Thank you for your time and for your attention. You can follow me on Twitter for research and monkey-related updates, and feel free to shoot me an email with any questions that you may have.